We talk about the termination of a contract, of this contract of insurance. And it may come to an end if one, there's that payment of indemnity. You have been restored, the sum assured in the event of a total loss. And it has to be a total loss because the subject matter no longer exists. Where it's a partial loss, reinstatement does not terminate the policy. Where you have had repairs done, the policy continues up until period has lapsed. But where there is a total loss and the sum assured has been paid, then the contract is terminated. It can also be terminated by mutual agreement, where you as the insured and the insurer decide, let us terminate our agreement. In property insurance, for instance, the insured becomes entitled to the surrender value of the policy. This is upon mutual agreement. But in life policies, if the insured has been a bona fide insured for 3 years, then you're entitled to 75% of all premium paid, inclusive of any bonuses and interests payable. This element of mutual agreement, the terms and conditions of that policy that you have signed will determine to what extent you can mutually end these, mutually terminate the contract. You find that most insurance policies do not give you that option at the beginning. A certain time must have passed before you can terminate. Failure to that, you end up losing everything. There's no 50-50. You will end up losing all your premiums despite them being paid up. So mutual agreement needs to rely on the terms and conditions of the policy that is in force. We also talk about the breach of condition or warranty. And the insurer is entitled to apply for cancellation of the policy if the proposer breached a condition or warranty to procure the policy. We talk about misrepresentation or non-disclosure of material facts. Take, for instance, you have insured your motor vehicle and you have not indicated anywhere that you are using your car as a public service vehicle. So the insurance policy you have taken is not correct for the terms and conditions. That document you signed that asks you what is the use, or you have taken an insurance policy and you have not, if it's a life insurance, a medical test must be done. If you are not, you have provided false information and the insurer comes to find out you misrepresented, that you did not indicate the truth. Yes, the car is yours, but you're using it as an Uber vehicle. You are putting other passengers who essentially are not covered by the normal comprehensive cover, but now you have put it as a PSV. Your cover is different. You should have taken a cover that relates to the work you're doing. Where you want to hide these details and do it under wraps, you want to do it during the weekends. If your insurer gets to find out, or if probably, God forbid, again, you enter into an accident and you seek to be restored, once the conditions that you agreed to are found to not be true, then the insurer can cancel or terminate that contract due to a breach of condition or warranty that you misrepresented or you did not disclose material facts. There's also the lapse of time. We talked about it starts today, ends next year, 23rd at midnight. Lapse of time, the time factor. We had that policy for 1 year. 1 year is over. If you don't seek to renew, then that that contract is terminated. It has done its due course. It has taken its due course. It has run its course. It's now over. There's also the operation of law. And these are circumstances, statutory circumstances that render the maintenance of the policy impossible. If a company is wound up, the insurer that you went and took a policy with, if the court decides that this company can no longer be in existence, essentially your contract is terminated. While there are remedies in law, and we have in Kenya the Insurance Regulatory Authority that seeks to protect the insured, your contract essentially comes to an end because the subject matters, again, the essentials of a valid contract, the capacity. A company that is wound up has no capacity to enter into a contract with you, the insured. Lastly, for this, in the termination of the contract, is the sale of the subject matter. We'll refer again to our motor vehicle. You as the owner, and you had an insurance policy. You remember part of the essentials, formalities of the contract that you are using. One would be the particulars of the proposer, particulars of the subject matter. Your details are covered there. Once you sell that motor vehicle and the logbook is transferred to another user, you stop being a party to that contract by virtue of you not owning the subject matter. When you stop being a party, the contract terminates. They may enter into a new contract. He may choose a different insurer. But for you and the insured, the subject matter no longer exists because it has been sold. And we will stop insurance at that point. These are the past paper questions that you can look at. Are there any questions for insurance? You can use the unmute. You can actually unmute yourself from your end, or you can use the chat button to ask any questions or any clarifications on insurance.